Aquarius has a tendency to disappear without warning. Just yesterday, everything seemed normal. The conversations felt same. Nothing appeared to be wrong. And then one day, they simply vanish. Like a breeze that quietly slips away. The messages stop. The distance grows. The relationship comes to an end. And people are left wondering, why didn't they tell me? Why was it so sudden? Were they really that cold? But from the Aquarius perspective, it is rarely sudden at all. In fact, it's usually the opposite. They had been enduring it for far longer than anyone realized. Aquarius is often misunderstood as a sign without emotion. But the truth is very different. They are deeply sensitive, deeply kind, and they make a genuine effort to understand other people. That's why they don't leave at the first sign of trouble. They think about it again and again. They try to understand again and again. They give people chances again and again. And above all else, they don't want to hurt anyone. So they swallow their disappointment. They stay silent. They endure. Aquarius does not enjoy emotional conflict. They are not comfortable with shouting. They are not comfortable with dramatic confrontations. Not because they don't care, but because they would rather solve a problem than win a fight. And yet, this creates one of the biggest misunderstandings about Aquarius. People see their silence and assume everything must be fine. But it isn't. A lake may look calm on the surface, while powerful currents move underneath. The Aquarius heart works much the same way. Behind a quiet face, 1,000 thoughts are unfolding. One of the most defining traits of Aquarius is this. Once trust is broken, it is incredibly difficult to rebuild. Aquarius values principles more than emotions. They care about character more than words. They look beyond what people say and pay attention to who people truly are. So when the lies continue, when the disrespect continues, when the same wounds are repeated over and over again, something slowly begins to change. Their heart starts to drift away. There is no dramatic argument, no explosive ending, no grand scene, only a quiet closing of a door inside their soul. And then one day, the final drop falls, the final disappointment, the final moment of doubt, the final realization. And in that instant, something comes to an end within them. To everyone else, it looks sudden. But for Aquarius, it is simply the final chapter of a story that began long ago. When Aquarius decides to leave, they are surprisingly quiet. They do not blame. They do not seek revenge. They simply walk away. Not because they are cruel, quite the opposite. Because they no longer wish to be hurt. Because they no longer wish to hurt someone else. So they create distance, silently. There is also another reason why Aquarius sometimes walks away. A reason that many people never fully understand. Aquarius values freedom above almost everything else. But freedom to Aquarius does not mean doing whatever they want. It means being true to themselves. It means living honestly. It means refusing to betray their own soul. Aquarius is a sign that deeply respects the freedom of others. And because of that, they struggle when their own freedom is compromised. So when a relationship begins to pull them away from who they truly are, when they find themselves living only to meet someone else's expectations, when they feel forced to silence their own hearts, something inside them begins to resist. A quiet discomfort appears, and over time, that discomfort grows. Because deep down, they know they are no longer free. The truth is, Aquarius possesses a strength that many people underestimate. They can endure loneliness. Most people fear being alone. Many people stay in relationships simply because solitude feels frightening. But Aquarius is different. Of course, they feel lonely. They get hurt. There are nights when tears fall unseen. They are human after all. But if the choice is between being alone and living inside a relationship that no longer feels true, Aquarius will choose solitude. Not because they enjoy loneliness, but because they value authenticity more than comfort. There is sadness in that choice, but there is also tremendous strength. So, if an Aquarius suddenly disappeared from your life, don't look only at the day they left. Look at everything that came before it. Look at small signs, the quiet disappointments, the conversations that never happened, the feelings that were never spoken aloud, the moments that slowly accumulated over time. That's where the real answer lives. And if you are an Aquarius yourself, please remember this. You didn't leave because you were cold. You didn't walk away because you stopped caring. You didn't disappear because there was no love. In many cases, the opposite is true. You fought deeply. You tried to understand. You gave more chances than anyone realized. You endured far longer than people will ever know. And in the end, you chose to protect yourself. Aquarius rarely leaves because they hate someone. More often, they leave when trust has been broken, when respect has been lost, when they can no longer be themselves. That's when Aquarius quietly walk away, like a wind that no one notices, like a bird returning to the sky, without anger, without drama, without explanation. They simply disappear. So if today you feel exhausted by a relationship, if you feel torn apart between staying and leaving, you don't have to force an answer. Your heart may already know the truth. Sometimes silence is not confusion. Sometimes silence is wisdom. And if you choose to walk away, that does not mean you are running away. It may simply mean that you have finally chosen yourself. Aquarius is not cold. If anything, Aquarius is often one of the most sincere souls you will ever meet. But sincerity comes with a cost. They endure, they forgive, they wait, they hope, until they can no longer do so. And only then, they begin to walk away, quietly, toward a new future, toward a place where their true self is waiting, so quietly that almost no one notices, yet with a certainty that never looks back. Because once Aquarius knows it is time to leave, their heart has already begun the journey, and the stars are already guiding them home.